I honestly thought I'd have to die to not be in pain anymore. Like, I honestly felt like I had to wait till I died to like not be in pain anymore, but thankfully this surgery has changed that for me. It's changed my future, it's changed my outcome on life, it's changed my look on life, and like how much I treasure life.
Mikaela was diagnosed at 3 years old and has been in a walker since then.
What CP is it's a brain injury. So whatever affects the part of my brain that got damaged affects the rest of my body, and the way I process things, it takes me about 3 times as long. I'd be in tears and I'd get mad at myself. I haven't been the nicest person to myself. I'd hit myself and all these crazy things.
Her mental state has been the most challenging part of her life. While she had people that cared about her, she still felt isolated and alone because no one could really understand what she was going through.
I had nobody to talk to, nobody that understood what I was going through. So I had nobody to ask, like, okay, how do I get through this? How do you get through it?
Mikaela didn't like feeling different over something that she had no control over.
I'd come home crying every day because I just had a really hard time. Like, I hate it when people stare at me. That has been my mental state the last 20 or so years, is, okay, I have all these people, but then there's me. You know, it's like in an ocean of blue fish, you're the purple fish. And I didn't really understand why I had to be different or what my purpose was.
In high school, Mikaela decided not to let anything get in the way of doing what she loves and feeling accepted.
I was thankful enough to be on the cheer team there, but again, you stick out, and I was afraid to stick out. I didn't want to be the one to stick out. But hey, you're gonna stick out anyway because there's no way you can hide that walker. There's no way you can hide like something like that.
Her teammates' support and encouragement helped her forget about her differences and feel like she was part of the team.
The girls are really sweet. It really showed me that people are willing to accept you, that they love you and they want to have you a part of their team.
After high school, Mikaela started to feel major back pain.
For a long time, I would say since I started college till the time I had surgery, that's when it was really hurting me. After it got really bad, my body, it basically deteriorated, so I had a hard time walking, and it was really bad. I was falling 4 times a day. It got to the point where I couldn't even sleep at night, and we were like, okay, something needs to happen. We need to find something now.
Mikaela's mom Shayna did some research and found out about a life-altering surgery that was yielding astonishing results. Selective dorsal rhizotomy, or SDR, was providing children who had been in wheelchairs and walkers all their life with the ability to walk on their own by getting rid of their spasticity. At 20 years old, Mikaela was hearing about SDR for the first time.
I think about it as, if I didn't have all those things that I've been through, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't have my character.
They contacted Dr. T.S. Park, who had been doing SDR surgery for over 20 years. 4 weeks later, Mikaela was accepted for SDR surgery. Because the surgery was about $50,000, fundraising was a priority. From this moment, Mikaela and her family began what she calls Mikaela's Journey of Hope, to pay for the surgery and make her dreams come true. As they arrived at the clinic in St. Louis, Missouri, she felt as if she was in a roller coaster of emotions.
Going there, was a lot of emotions for me. I was happy, I was nervous, I was scared, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen till after it happens. So I had all these emotions. And honestly, on the surgery day, I couldn't stop smiling. My smile was pretty much the emotion for everybody. But it's crazy to me, like when we found the surgery, oh, it'll take away your spasticity, it'll relieve your pain will be gone, and it feels like a dream, because I'd always been in pain. Pain became a part of me that I was so used to it that it like was part of my life, that it didn't bother me because I had it all the time. What is different now is not having that pain.
Mikaela has spastic diplegia, which affects her brain's ability to control her lower body. Because of her spasticity, she suffered from uncontrollable and painful spasms.
It put me in therapy. I couldn't believe when I took my first steps. I couldn't believe it. My muscles were like strong, but they weren't like as strong as they needed to be. And my body, it was not used to not having the spasticity, because that's just what it's been used to. So when I got home from Missouri, like the first couple weeks were really hard. I couldn't even take myself to the bathroom because I couldn't do it yet. So my dad had to help me and shower and everything. So that was overwhelming for me, emotionally and mentally. I just got into my crutches like roughly a few months ago, and I've never been able to use them. So that has been fun, but it's also been really difficult for me mentally to figure that out.
Although SDR surgery relieved Mikaela's pain, she now has the challenge of retraining both her mind and body.
The biggest difference before the surgery were the spasticities within her legs. So anytime she started getting leg spasms, we would literally have to stop everything until they would stop. Sometimes that was 10 seconds, sometimes it was good 2 minutes. There was no rhyme or reason.
Well, honestly, I can't remember what it feels like, but anymore, which is a blessing.
Basically, we've had to start over, learning how to engage the muscles for the first time. Since surgery, it feels different. So it's completely new to her again. So we literally are starting over. The newness of the contraction of the muscles, developing them even further, and then being able to control them. All different. So this journey has been literally one step in front of the other, and then a couple back, then we move forward again.
I got to keep myself going, you know, and my faith has really done that for me. My faith, I feel it like is what started this journey. I'm gonna have a strong faith because of this journey, because God does miracles. I had this surgery and it changed my life. I've always wanted to hide, and I tried to so hard. But now, since I'm on this journey, I'm like, I can't hide anymore. I can't do that. I gotta help these people. The people that have gone through the same thing as I have my whole life. These people have come to me because they need someone like I needed when I was little. And if I could be that, that's the biggest blessing you could ever be, is to support someone like that. My life has been hard, but I've enjoyed it because cerebral palsy gave me my life. I could have died when I was born because I was born premature, but I'm here because of that. My biggest goal is walking down the aisle when I get married at some point. I really hope that happens. We'll see. It's God's plan. I think since I've had this surgery, my dreams are becoming real to me. Before surgery, I always felt like I have this huge dream to walk, but it feels like it won't be possible. Now I have that possibility. And it just seems like you're pulling a rope or something, and your dreams are on the other end, and you're like pulling them, and they just get closer every day. What keeps me going is basically I'm walking on my own down the aisle.